So from from a village, you came to the city, and you actually went to the national team, and you started running in the European running circuit. Can you just tell us a bit about your experience in the European running circuit? Where all did you run, and which are your favorite places to run?
I have to say I was lucky. When I was still younger, I went to the World Cross Country, first time in the UK, in Durham, Newcastle, in the
Yeah.
UK. And then I met all these big athletes, I met all these big managers, big agents. And then I was invited to, I was told it's better to join, to start running professionally. I was still a student that time. I was still a law
Okay.
student that time.
Yeah.
So, and then I decided immediately after finishing my studies, I need to try this running full time.
Okay.
And then when I finished in '96, I decided I packed my bags and went to stay in London so that I could be closer to the European competitions.
Okay.
And I have to say it was a very good decision. That time it was a bit risky because I didn't have anything. I didn't have any money. I was not working. I didn't have an income. So it it was a very risky decision. I didn't have a sponsor. So, but I
Okay.
was lucky because my agent John Bycott, who stayed in London, invited me to his house. So we
Okay.
stayed at Crystal Palace Sports Center. He looked
Okay.
after us there, and then I stayed with Kenyans. That's why I started living with the Kenyans. That's where I was introduced to the Kenyan way, the
Okay.
Kenyan way of training, the Kenyan way of eating and sleeping and training hard, and eat, sleep, train hard, and eat, sleep, train hard. You know, that's where I was introduced to this kind of lifestyle, and then
Wonderful.
it worked. We started attending all these big races all over Europe. We went to
Okay.
the US, we went to Asia, South America. We're full-time runners, so we live out of our briefcases. You carry your bag. I remember one time, was it 1998? I spent 9 months out of South Africa, just
Okay.
competing all over. I had 32 competitions that year,
Okay. Wonderful.
so that was a lot.
It's interesting that you're speaking about the Kenyan way. I'm going to just put you on a solo layout. Can you just explain to the audience the Kenyan way?
Yeah, the Kenyan way. We call it the Kenyan way because the Kenyans don't. We see Kenyans dominating athletics all over the world. Kenya is like a factory. In Kenya, factory of producing athletes, good athletes. But you must be aware that those guys, they live for it. They sleep, they train hard, everything they do is for their running. So they will wake up 6 in the morning, go for training, come back, eat, sleep, wake up midday, go for another run, and then come back, eat, sleep, evening, go another training. Sometimes they will train 3 times a day. And
Okay.
then in between they're napping, they're eating, and then evening, sleeping long. By 9 o'clock, people are in bed, sleeping. And then they go to competitions, they win easy. They say train hard and win easy. Those are the Kenyans.
Wonderful. So, who were the people whom you were part of the group? Who were the athletes you were part of during that time from Kenya and also from your country?
Yeah, I had the honor of staying with a 2 times world champion in 5,000 meters, 1993 and 1995. 5,000 meters, Ishmael Kirui, very short but powerful. Smaller guy but very powerful. Matthew
Okay.
Derir, Olympic steeplechase champion from 1992. And William Mutol, also silver medalist in steeplechase at Olympics. I had a lot of Kenyans. I met John Ngugi in the house. You know John Ngugi, 5 times world
Yeah.
cross country champion. I used to, for me, he was like he's like a god of running. I used to follow him around. When first time I met him, tall, long legs. I used to follow him around the park when he was taking his walks. I was just intrigued. I wanted to see. Whenever he was eating, I was sitting there watching him. What is it that is it? Why is he so big? Why is he so
Okay.
strong? I followed him around. So those are the guys I met. I mean, I had the honor of staying with Paul Taggart in when we were going competitions, share a room. He was close to me, learn a lot from him. All those big
Okay.
names. Yeah,
Wonderful.
I mean, we had 𝐇𝐢𝐬 𝐑𝐮𝐧𝐸 by that time. I didn't stay with him, but we met in competitions. Fida Baisa, Tesfaye Jifar, from all those big Ethiopians. It was good to stay in Europe and meet all these big champions and learn from them.
Okay.
You learn from everything, how they behave, how they eat, how they train, and how they think. You talk to them. What do you think? What do you think about when you're running? Why you not scared? Why are you breaking records? How can you just go and break records? What is in how do you prepare for them? So I
Okay.
had the privilege of being among those guys and learning from them. I'm very proud to have you know to have. I even visited their countries. I've been to Eldoret, Eton, Ngong course in Nairobi, been to Addis Ababa, I've been to Ntonto, that's up in 2,900 in above Addis Ababa, nearly altitude of 2,900. I've been to Yaya village,
Yes. Okay.
it's where Haile Gebrselassie camp is. He has this camp called Yaya village. Beautiful, high altitude. I've been to Kapsabat, Eldoret, 2,400 meters.
Okay.
So I've been there just to see how those guys lived. So
Okay.
I
If
learned a
there are
lot.
if there are actually say five things you have learned from them which you managed to which managed to help you in your running, what would those five things would be from your associations with all the great athletes during your running circuit?
When I was coming out of the South Africa, I didn't know much in terms of how the sport, how sportsmen trained, how sportsmen behaved, how sportsmen lived. So I had first-hand information. Like I say, I shared rooms with those guys. I saw how important rest is. They will go for their run. They will eat, shower, and straight to bed. When they are tired, they will spend the whole day indoors, sleeping, making sure they recover. So
Okay.
recovery was very important, not just the hard training. So they train hard, but they also rest hard. Yeah,
Okay.
recovery is very important. And
Okay.
then the dinner, they prepare big dinners. Make sure they eat well. And then if it's Kenyans is the group. It's not about just one person. They they hunters like lions.
Yeah.
They're pride of lions. Those are the Kenyans. They
Okay.
hunt in a group. They get energy from each other. They train as a group. They go to compete as group. They plan together. The group is very important. So they work together. They make it together. So those are the things I learned from them.
Okay.
Like I say, we always sum it up as the Kenyan way.